What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to High Crime, a show where I take an edible and get way too stoned and talk about a fucked up serial killer. Welcome the fuck back, you know what I mean? Great, let's just get to it. Today, we're doing a little cocktail. We're gonna take an edible and smoke a shit ton of this weed. Ugh. Good news. Again, Friday. Great stuff. And I know how to open it this time. This is that last podcast on the left, sativa, that I was talking about. Wow. I'm already high. Okay, we did it. See you guys really soon. Where do I even look? Guys. So happy. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about Rodney Alcala, aka Pickle Chip, aka the dating game killer. Okay. Rodney was born in San Antonio, Texas in 1940 something. Who cares? His father moved them all to Mexico and then 3 years later abandoned them and moved back to the United States. So it's good to watch your father do that. At 17, he enlisted in the army, and there were several allegations of sexual misconduct, and he had a nervous breakdown and hitchhiked all the way to his mom's house. So an army, come on. The army doctor diagnosed him with this is no good. Antisocial personality disorder. That word's good. So he was discharged on medical grounds. So some other diagnoses, I don't care, that psychiatrists gave him on the stand at trial. What? Narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, malignant narcissism with psychopathy and sexual sadism, comorbidities. I'm gonna edit the shit out of that. So after leaving the army, he graduated from UCLA and later studied film at NYU under Roman Polanski, another gross child molesting piece of shit. He went to NYU. I got waitlisted. That's fine. I'm fine with it. He committed his first crime, or the first I can connect to him, in 1968. He picked up 8-year-old Tally Shapiro, and someone actually saw him stalking her. They saw her get in the car, and they were like, this doesn't seem right. So the person followed? Cool, Lila. The person followed Rodney's car all the way to an apartment, and they called the cops, and the cops came over and busted the door down, and what they saw was a nightmare. They saw 2 little white Mary Janes, blood all over the place, so much blood, and Rodney fucking split. But Tally lived, so thank fucking God. So instead of running after Rodney, they wanted to make sure that Tally was okay. So Rodney fled to New York City, where he adopted the name John Berger. In 1969, he was on the FBI's most wanted list. In 1971, he bound, gagged, and murdered a flight attendant, but New York was backlogged with murder cases, and so it kind of just went unsolved, and he wasn't even on like the suspect list for that. He moved to New Hampshire and was like a camp counselor at an arts and drama sleepaway camp for girls. So 2 of the girls went down to the post office one day and they saw the FBI's most wanted list and saw him on it, and they're like, hey, that's Mr. Berger. So they called the cops and he was arrested. So he was put on trial, but Tally's family moved out of the country and they didn't want to testify. So he only got like 1 year to life and only served 34 months of that. That's crazy and dumb. So after his release, he very quickly charmed his way back into society. I think I just keep getting higher. I really can't open my eyes. Who needs them? So in 1979, he was chosen to be a contestant on the dating game.
Your host, Jim Lai. Hey! Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And welcome to the dating game. And we'll get right underway. It's time to meet our first 3 eligible bachelors for game number 1. And here they are. Good luck, gentlemen. Well, let's see. Bachelor number 1 is a successful photographer who got his start when his father found him in the dark room at the age of 13, fully developed. Between takes, he might find him skydiving or motorcycling. Please welcome Rodney Alcala. Rod, welcome. All right, you know there are 3 bachelors over there. There'll be 1, 2, and 3. Ask them anything you like to find out more about them, except their name, age, occupation, or income, okay? And we're going to start by having them say hello to you and see how they sound. Number 1, would you say hello to Cheryl, please?
We're going to have a great time together, Cheryl.
Okay.
I'm a drama teacher, and I'm going to audition each of you for my private class. Bachelor number 1.
You're a dirty old man.
Take it.
Come on, over here.
Oh, honey, we ought to go out and boogie.
Really?
Bachelor number 1. I am serving you for dinner.
Oh.
What are you called, and what do you look like?
I'm called the banana, and I look really good.
Can you be a little more descriptive?
Peel me.
Later, Bachelor 1, later.
Will that date be Bachelor number 1, Bachelor number 2, or Bachelor number 3? Who gets the dates?
Well, I like bananas, so I'll take 1.
Number 1, Bachelor number 1. All right. Say hello to Rodney Alcala. Rodney, come on and say hello. Congratulations, Rod. You did it with the 1 answer.
The girl he won the date with later didn't want to go out with him because she said he was creepy. Ladies, always trust your gut. If he's giving you weird vibes for some reason you don't know, get out. If he's wearing flip-flops in public, get out. Always trust your gut. And because of this rejection, he killed a few women after that. At one point, he was arrested for marijuana possession. This motherfucker looked more and more like Weird Al as he got older.
Saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be...
But don't we all look more and more like Weird Al as we get older? So, his last, I think, murder was Robin Samso. She was 11? Young. And she was just hanging at the beach with a friend, and she went missing. They found her body in the forest. The friend helped the authorities with a sketch, and it looked just like Rodney Alcala. And so they were like, oh, okay, we got our man. He was arrested. One time his sister was visiting him in jail. He was like, hey, I have a storage unit in Seattle. Can you go clear it all out for me before the cops get there? And she's like, what? Obviously, but the cops were listening in on that, so they went and they found hundreds of pictures of girls and jewelry from his victims. So he was tried and sentenced to death twice, actually. It's a whole thing. He's always like fucking working the system. But ultimately, he was on death row. He actually died like a few days ago. Relevant current events. What? And like all fucking psychopaths, he decided to represent himself. And he was insane. He even cross-examined himself, and he would do different voices. So if he was a lawyer, he would do one voice, and if he was himself, he would do another voice. That's insane. That's crazy. They think they're so smart, but they're not. They're big dumb idiots. All of them.
My, this here ain't a good guy. Maybe Vader.
Yeah, he died of natural causes, whatever. I think he should have suffered. Whatever. We fucking nail it. Guys, I could not have done this without you. Your love and undying support. I gotta stop. Okay, give me some serial killers or events or missing people. I got you. Love you so much.